What is up, neighborinos? Well, actually, nobody's here, so it's just me hanging out. I should probably announce these things so that people can show up rather than just kind of do them on the fly. But we'll see if anyone pulls up with my unannounced live. And so, yeah, I'll probably hang out for a minute. If nothing happens, I'll probably bounce. But yeah, it's just me talking to myself like I normally do on camera. And these are just some builds that I've been working on. Some of them are in a prototype phase, some of them are complete. But yeah, you all are welcome to hang out and watch. But it is kind of late in the day, especially if you're on the East Coast. This is eating into your sleep time or near sleep time. And if you're in the West Coast, you're probably eating dinner or something like that, or getting off work. And so, yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll just cut this short. Whoa, there's somebody in the room. Yo, hello, person, random person watching. Um, 9 p.m. Hey, what is up? Yo, value vinyl. 9 p.m. is a fine time. I don't even know what time it is right now over here. I think it's 6:30 where I'm at. So that's pretty cool. Hey, what is up? Wow. Two people in the unannounced chat. Very, very cool. Whoa. That's very cool. We have four people here. So you know what? I was about to cut this short, but let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. That's cool. What is up, everyone? It's your boy, Watt the Shiny Hunter, Value Vinyl, Predator, and Mason Clark. Hey, what is up, Mason? That's so cool. Wow. All right. This was worth it after all. Um, what is up, Chantel? So when I was just talking to myself in the room when there was nobody here, I was basically saying that some of these are in prototype phase and some of them are in their final mode. And what is up, Multiverse Studio? Maybe I can just kind of go over some of the stuff. Oh my gosh, oh my god, you are up early, Mason. Um, I'll go over some of the stuff that I've been kind of working on. So this one right now has gained a lot of attention, not just on Instagram, but also on YouTube. And this is not my build, actually. I call this a Basilisk tank after the guy who created it, and his name is Basilisk. And he's on the very popular Transformers website called TFW 2005. Yeah, this is really, really nice. Like, look at this thing, you know? I feel like this is really better than the official alt mode. And it has all these like you can pivot up like the turrets or not the turrets, but like yeah, turrets, I guess. So you can do a lot of like really, really neat things. Mason says he's been watching a lot of Victory. You know what? I've never seen an episode of Victory yet, but I hope to. That music really, really gets me hype. Um, but yeah. So no, I'm digging this one a lot. And oh whoa, these are all gummy. That's cool. Yeah. So the dude Basilisk created this, and just what an ingenious design, you know, just using one bot and making it like, I mean, it's a little bit stubby, a stub tank, but just using one bot and making this happen is just really, really, really great stuff. Yeah, really great stuff. It does give off like Revenge of the Fallen vibes, you know, with the face in the front and stuff. Yeah. Mason says Victory's on YouTube sub. Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah. And Chantel, you notice Sludge over here. So, you know, that's the one thing. You know, I'm still waiting for Slag, whatever his name is now, to come in. And I just decided to kind of mess around with Sludge over here. And yeah, you can see that like for the bots that have like a full like an appendage, whether it's the arms or like legs and stuff, they work out well with this guy. Yeah, and they make him look super beefy. I actually have another set of arms and stuff and legs. It was you can kind of do the same thing basically with this. And actually and this is not Red Cog that I'm using. This is Aragon over here. It says, who's that Rog in the back? Yeah, I'll bring him out later. Sorry about that. I know it must have been loud when I dropped this. Clackety clack, clackety clack. Oh yeah, that Megatron. There's some really interesting things about that guy over there. You cannot natively attach the red cogs like that. There is actually an adapter from the Construct Bots set that allows you to seat that red cog body on his shoulders. Otherwise, that's not possible. And so, yeah, some pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff mixing and matching the different lines. And so, Ridiculous Badger says, hello, humans. Yeah, sorry, boy. Yeah, you need those adapter pieces, and I'll show those off. So yeah, I think the legs, the colors for Sludge, work really well. The arms, maybe not so much, but the legs work out great. The black, silver, and like the red, it looks good. And so if you have any of those weaponizers, modulators, or even Evo fusionizers, like they need to kind of be like this in order to work with this body. But yo, there's an amazing build by Farblechar of Instagram. That's the Instagram homie. He made a sludge with Paleotrex. It looks so good, and it's so posable. And he had him in this like batter up pose. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to remake it for the channel because it's just so good, so good. So let me kind of put this guy over. Let me put this guy away so we can free up some more areas. And yeah, I'll talk about all the different builds over here. And I am still at work, by the way. This is my office where I'm recording from. Let's see. Well, we saw the Basilisk tank. We could take a look at this guy over here. If you watched the channel the other day, you may have seen the Magnificus drone that I debuted. This is along the same kind of like lines of Shockwave's mad experiments. And so he has made a drone out of poor Perceptor over here. You can see he has Perceptor's gun is there because he's pretty back heavy and he needs that kind of kickstand, so to speak, to, hey, what's up, Timbo? What's up, Boomtron? Yeah, and so Hothouse is basically used. Hothouse is actually pretty good to match up with Perceptor. He has the kind of like blue, even though it's not perfect, and he has like the red, and so it kind of works out actually. And so yeah, it might be a wheeljack experiment. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so the first person that I saw use this as a head, I believe, was the homie Monkey C 2003 on Instagram, and I think he made a combiner and used this as a head, and I was like, oh my god, I got to do that, and just never had a chance to do it. But recently, just been riffing and raffing and created this guy, and yeah, he's all connected actually using the Hothouse Airwave ports connecting to the back, and it's a bit of a quote unquote tech that I kind of unlocked while messing with the Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee molds. And so yeah. So okay, let me move this guy to the side. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. What else can we look at? Oh, so this over here, I debuted this on the channel a while back, and this actually is the highest viewed. This guy is the highest viewed video on the channel right now. And so, dude, this is so cool. Imagine if Soundwave could be empowered by Rumble and Frenzy, and then he would get their pile driver mode. And man, I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. But it would be so cool. And these are from the Masterpiece figures. The pile drivers are from the Masterpiece figures. But these are from the War for Cybertron line. But dude, the legs fit perfectly inside this cavity. And yeah, and this is one of the builds that Toy God told me to build. I had no idea. I had no intention of doing this, but I was walking out of my room and I heard the voice of Toy God telling me to make this. And he told me exactly what to do. He said, plug these into these guys' legs and they'll fit. And I was like, what? And so, yeah, I did it. And yeah, it's really, really, really nice. And so if you don't have the Masterpiece figures, I know. Thank you, Toy God. Thank you, Toy God. If you don't have the Masterpiece figures, you can use the new core Rumble. Yeah, the dude in the chest, Rumble, to make this version. And so these natively come with the Rumble figure, but these are from the Bumblebee Cliff Jumpers. And you do need two of them because they both need to have the male peg extending at the end to plug this in. But yeah, it's really, really cool arming him up, with the pile drivers like Operation Tidal Wave. So that's really cool. That's really cool. Let me kind of move these guys to the side for a second. Yeah, you know what? Paddles never got some love. Yeah, I don't actually know too much about Paddles other than he's not an ichthyosaurus, a plesiosaurus, right? One of those sauruses guy. So this guy over here, this is actually a V3 of the Metropolis combiner. V1 looks like this the most, and V2 I didn't use the Micromasters, but V3 and some of these actually I had debuted on Inputs live stream. And yeah, plesiosaur, thanks. And so this one, I made him like a standard bearer, like a flag bearer. You've seen those old movies where there's a dude always carrying like the flag or the coat of arms. I was like, yo, this dude needs to do something like that. And I think it worked out really, really well. And I mean, this build I like in particular because it's utilizing all the parts from the Metropolis set, including the Micromasters as the arm. the big like missile and everything. And this guy just has a lot of presence. Legend says, bump it. Oh, wait, disappeared from chat. Sorry, I think Legend Day was saying what his haul was, but it disappeared from the screen. But sorry. I'm just doing this on my phone right now, so I can't actually see all the chat stuff. Oh, okay, there it goes. He says, yeah, I like the Soundwave getting properly combined with the little CD things. Yeah, I think that's a great concept as well, and great haul, by the way. And so, yeah, so this, again, really like. And this little missile that attaches over here just, I don't know, just perfectly plugs into the exhaust of the space shuttle. And yeah, I dig this one a lot. I love the colors on this one too, but let me just move them to the side. Who else? Okay, so ROG over here. This, you know, I mean, right now I've just been on this kind of like Shockwave and Brunt Centurion drone tip. So there's just a lot of builds that that utilize that right now. And so, oh, thanks, Legend. Yeah. Metropolis is nice. And even if you don't have the Metropolis set, you know, they do have mold mates that you can acquire that are easier to find, and you can build that as well. This over here obviously is Red Cog, and he has the Shockwave or Galactic Man rather extra bits to kind of soup him up. And you know, the color pairing is just really nice. You know, you could also use those as a toes as well, but I didn't for this build. I do with my purple Shockwave build, and if I was smart, I would have brought that. Oh, you know what? I may have brought it with me. After these guys, I'll actually I'll bring him out. I think he's over there in the box. But yeah, this is really cool, and you know, the way the foot attaches over here is really unique in that it's not plugged in. This is just like near perfect spacing actually, and so you can just kind of plug that in there. And an interesting thing actually about ROG, the underside of his the underside of the fist is different than Blue Cog. Blue Cogs is not a 5mm port. It's actually smaller, so you can't insert things on the underside of his fist. ROG, you can. I'm not sure for Aragon, but for ROG, for some reason they enlarged the port under the fist, and I'm really glad they did so. And he's really beautiful in terms of his color scheme. And he kind of has this, like, I don't know, it kind of looks like a hoof almost, like a really fat like hoof. And no, I dig this one a lot. I dig this one a lot too. Oh, Aragon, you can't either? Yeah, I guess so. You know, it's really weird. Yeah, and like, I'm not really sure what prompted them to investigate that, but yeah, they changed it for ROG. And so, yeah. So, okay, let me move this dude. So let's look at Rodimus. Yeah. So I debuted him today on Instagram, I think. I don't think I showed it yet on YouTube, or maybe I did. I don't know. Dude, I lose track seriously of where I share content. I got to keep track of that. But yeah, this is pretty cool in terms of, like, it doesn't do much for his height. He's still the same height. Hey, thanks, Predator. Appreciate that. Yeah. Value Vinyl, you were saying, yeah, that they're pushing 5mm. Yeah, I'm all about it. You know, the Church of 5mm. I'm all about that. I'm a devotee, and I hope they keep on making this type of build form or gimmick. And so, yeah. So like I was saying earlier, the scrap hook parts don't make him any taller necessarily. I mean, I could have by extending these all the way out, but I felt like it was just too long. And so these are just kind of like halfway, what is it? Like collapsed. And I think it looks better this way. I experimented with it all the way up and all the way down, and ultimately this one won out. And so this is Red Cog is the one if all else fails. Yeah, call in the fixer basically, right? Rodimus Grime, that's tight. Yeah, I like that name actually. That's pretty tight, dude. I mean, I used that when I put them on YouTube. That's pretty tight. Thanks. And so what's really cool is these things pop out on the side, so it kind of like beefs up, you know, the side of his calves or thighs or whatever you want to call it, and kind of gives him these crazy like battle knee-high boots. And over here you can see that, you know, his weapon storage has been kind of extended out. That's pretty cool. You can have the gun right there. You can holster the knife if you want. And on the back, we just have the little scrap hook. But I was experimenting actually. Just 1 second. Where'd I put that? Where'd I put that? You know, this bit natively attaches back here, right? I didn't know that. I don't know. Does he look better without it or with it? I thought it might be a little bit too busy, and so I didn't include it. But Yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think? Does he look better with the guns or without? Here, I'll bring him up close so you can kind of see him. Yeah, of course, having more pew 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 is great, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Seeker elimination mode. Yeah. Yeah, I guess this looks okay. Maybe I'll debut him like this on YouTube. Rodimus Grime. That's a sick name. Hold up. I'm moving to the side. All right. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button. Really do appreciate it. So this, a little bit of a prototype phase. He's using parts from Red Cog. He's not using all of them, but all the basic parts, like these are just kind of plugged in basically, and this is all fine. This shoulder bit, and so he has a gun right over here too. He has a gun on his forearms, which I think is nice. And the gray is the same type of like gray actually over here. So the color cohesion is like, this is Siege Megatron. And so this bit right here that you see popping out of the shoulder, so I'm losing my voice right now. This bit right over here, that is the converter part. And let me show you what that looks like. Okay. So it's just plugged in over here to the side of Megatron's shoulder. Excuse me, Lord Megatron. This thing is the conversion part. Yeah. This thing is the conversion part. And so what it looks like, I can't get this out, is this. Okay, there's a little piece of paper there, I guess, because the fit was too loose. This, I believe, is either like a thigh covering or like a forearm covering or something like that from the ConstructBot set. But what I've done is, what have I done? Did I plug it in like this? Yeah. You just plug that in here, just because that peg that's on the inside is recessed too deeply to be able to connect properly with this one. And this just kind of brings it on the level. And but anyway, it allows you to do that and have it resting on his shoulder and bicep. And I think that looks phenomenal. The red, the black, the gray, that just screams Megatron, you know? And so, yeah, really. Oh, it's a forearm cover. Okay, yeah, thanks, Mason. Yeah, so really like, I love combining different lines. Like I love combining the ConstructBots. And recently I've been buying, excuse me, I bought the Energon Bruticus, but USPS hates where I work and does not like to deliver it over here. So we actually had to file a complaint because they've been refusing to deliver packages. And so, hold on for a second. I have some other stuff. Just give me 1 second, okay? Let me put them right here. All right, I'm still here. Hold on for a sec. Okay, so if you follow the channel, you guys seen this, right? Power Shot, which is basically Hotshot and Power Dasher's Zitar. And yeah, a lot of cool names actually that people came up with. And yeah, this guy's wicked cool, you know? But so this is using Zitar, obviously celebrating the yellow, but I know Homeboy has a red version, right? There's a red version of this dude. And so I wanted to celebrate that. And so I brought some red armor for him. But let me pop this off. I'm all like grunting and groaning, jeez. And if you're curious as to why I'm just suddenly doing this live, I just had a really long day and I needed to decompress and I needed to kind of just talk toys with folks. And so that is why I just randomly decided to do it. Excuse me, Zitar. I'm so sorry. Hold up. Okay. All right. So now we have this, right? So the thing that I'm going to show you, I have not fully prototyped yet. So it may, some of the fit may not be perfect, but I took a 6 nug and got that to fit here. Because yeah, if y'all watch Armada and you're familiar with the show, then I believe Hotshot has a red version, right? There's a red car version, or at least that's what I saw online, I think. And so I started with that to create the base. And then for the arms, he has these little ports up here. And so, yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. Seriously, for all y'all in the chat right now, for everyone who's pulled up, I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, very, very cool, y'all. I appreciate it. I really, really do. And yeah, like I said, I'm kind of figuring out the clearance over here, so this is not perfect. But anyway, this is what I'm kind of working on right now. Yeah. So yeah, basically Hotshot celebrating the red. What's up, Halo Hunter? And so this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of that? Not bad? He looks like a bunch of fries with like hella ketchup on it, right? Like mad amounts of ketchup. That nice deep red ketchup, like the Hunt's ketchup, maybe. I think he's okay. I think he's okay, actually. Yeah, like that, like that. Yeah, not too bad. Jim Jensen, what is up? That's the homie right there. Yeah. But yeah. But this is that's the homie right there from way back, way back. That's cool. That's cool. And so red was Power Links. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know much about this series. But yeah, so let me move this dude off to the side. Hold on for a second. All right. This one is the last build that I'm going to show for tonight. And this is, again, just more riffing with Brunt and Shockwave. Get this all plugged in. Yeah, you want that Megs, right? Yeah, this Megs is super nice. Yeah. But yeah, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, you can see that I've utilized the arm bits of the Shockwave to actually create the toes. And I think that's really nice. And, you know, because rather than use the feet bit over here, I'm just going to use them as this kind of like extendo turret from the back. But this one's not bad. This one's not bad. I'm not sure if I like this one or the one with Galactic Man and the Centurion drone. And yeah. I know some people don't like it when Shockwave has both hands, but like whatever, dude. Every now and then he needs a hand, and you know, this still plugs in over here, keeping that theme, that hose, and dude, he's nice. He's nice. I got to work on some of the fit. Some of it is really loose, but just really, really menacing and very, very imposing, and a ton of presence on the shelf. And so I've been digging this. I've been digging this a lot. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can show you. You know what? There is one other thing that I could show you, but you're just going to have to give me like maybe 10 seconds or maybe a little bit less because it's outside my office. Give me 1 second, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Hold on for a sec. Give me 1 second. Yo, I still have the Legacy Prime Combiner outside my office. I took the arms off because I was kind of messing with it, but he's still here. You know, the one with bulkhead in the center. And so, yeah, the purple, I very, very intentionally, you know, use purple because, I don't know, I feel like Flame Blast, Flambe worked better with the purple, and I can plug that in a little bit more. And the table here is really, really slippery, so he's kind of slipping off. But yeah, this is the Flame War. Yeah. So he's kind of slipping, but yeah. So this was the dude that I shared on the channel. I think I put the video out. I think I did. Yeah. Really, really happy and really, really proud of this one. I got a lot of hate for this one too, believe it or not. Man, I'm still shocked to this day at the amount of like hate I would get. I mean, it's not a ton, but like the fact that I still just get hate. I mean, like, I don't know. I guess people just don't like other people being creative. Maybe you know, their parents poo-pooed on them or something when they were young and they weren't allowed to be creative, and so they don't want other people to be creative. And so like, yeah. Seriously, I just don't get it. But anyway. And you know what's been randomly I've been seeing is what is it? The Waffle House has found a new host or something. I'm like, dude, what is going on? I'll see random people saying that, and yeah. So this over here, the torso, This part is connecting these two things together. It's just kind of holding this in place. And then we have bulkheads like wrecking ball thing over here. But what's really cool is back here. So I didn't show this in the video, I don't think. But you can see that there is one Paleotrex tail connecting this to this, tucked under this thing. And this is like held down over here. And then this goes over here. Yeah. Very, very, very cool in my opinion. And you can see this thing over here being held in the hand. And so there's a lot of cool like connection stuff going on. And this is really nice. You can see the hands from the RC hugging the axe bit, which is plugged into this. And these aren't plugged in anywhere, but they just kind of like beef up the legs. And this, the Paleotrex, or rather transmutate skull, is plugged in where the tire is supposed to go. And everything sits, well, normally it would. I would say the arms were the most troublesome part, and it took me a while to kind of figure them out. And, they're not fully plugged in everywhere, but they look pretty integrated. And, you could put different hands on here if you want. Mason says, have you found out the Star Saver mask fits over Bot's head? Would be cool for combiners. You know what? I have not tried that, but that's actually a fantastic idea. I may try that when I go home tonight. Yeah. But yeah, I thought the Paleotrex brown worked really well with the red. And yeah, there's a little bit of but if I start really, really moving it around, like all this stuff is going to kind of fall off. But these things will actually, like, for instance, this plugs in right there. And that actually helps it hold its shape. And this claw coming up from over here is actually plugged into the fist over here. So it's not that loosey-goosey, You see what I mean? It's not that loosey-goosey. And like I said, if you don't like the tire, you can pop it off. And, yeah. And so Timo says, Hasbro never intended any of this stuff to exist. Yeah, perhaps not to this depth. But, one day if I meet the dude who made Paleotrex, Hasui-san, at least according to what I've heard from Mark Mayer, I'm gonna bow down. I'm gonna bow down on the street and just be like, yo, you're the man. So yeah, this is the other arm over here. And yeah, you saw how it was before, and I'm not gonna put it back together. But to sign off, I'll leave Shockwave on the screen, and I'll say that he did all the decimation over here. It says, can you combine Impactor and 2 Paleotrexes when it came out? I think I combined Impactor with maybe 2 spindles, and that was kind of like similar and stuff. But yeah. But more builds in the future. Yeah, and I'm pretty much wrapping up this like live, and I just wanted to say, yeah, for those of y'all who just kind of showed up and like, I should have announced this, but whatever, dude. And for those of y'all who showed up, I just want to say thanks a lot. I do appreciate it. There's 16 of y'all in this room, and there's 13 thumbs up. That's fantastic. So I just want to say thank you so much again, always for tuning into the channel, watching these builds, and providing your feedback and perspectives on life in the chat. Let's talk soon, okay? Adios. Bye-bye.